This was a bit of a rarity this morning.
Oh.
Coleen came in and she was absolutely livid about something.
And it's not like me, is it?
It's not at
I
all.
was watching a programme this morning and there was an author on there called Sebastian Faulks, is that how I pronounce it? And he has decided, and I got him to write it down so I didn't get it wrong, that he'll no longer physically describe female characters in his novels after he was criticised for doing so in a previous book. Discussing writing female characters as a white male, he says, "I'll leave it to readers to decide what the women in my books look like." How ridiculous is that? Isn't that about what reading a book is? It's your imagination, people describing things, and then you picture that person.
Yeah.
And if he's not going to describe women, then maybe he can't describe men then either. But I was just thought, we all need to chill out now and calm down. If we can't write novels anymore and books and use our imagination, what's the point?
There's no point reading, is there?
Livid.
Because
Absolutely
that's half
livid.
the pleasure.
What I found so extraordinary, if he's like self-censoring himself like that, does that imply that female novelists shouldn't be writing about men? I mean, just look at it the other way around. It's ludicrous. And if you look back at books like Jackie Collins' novels or 50 Shades of Grey, you know, huge bestsellers written by women, I mean, we're reading it for the description of the characters.
There was one commentator this morning was sort of saying that, not that they necessarily completely agreed with it, but they said that some writers, maybe male writers, can write about women in a gratuitous sort of a way, that they wouldn't write in the same way about a male character. And that was the point that they were making, that we should level that out a little bit.
No, I don't agree, yeah.
But equally so, I think we can all... If it's a book that you've chosen to read, you can choose not to read it if it's in any way offensive to you. And equally so, if someone is... I want to know what their height is, potentially, and their hair colour might be a crucial part to how you visualise the character. I like description.
Why? I love description.
So you won't be able to describe if they're large, thin... I mean, what I want to know is what's acceptable. So can someone be thin in print?
Yes, very
Or
true.
can they be busty? Is busty one of those words that we've got to zip up and not say anymore? I mean, it's ridiculous.
Well, as a writer, Jan, how would you feel if you suddenly thought, actually, this is the new set of rules that we all have to abide by as a writer?
Well, I just think every single day we're given examples of people being censored because what they say annoys another group of people. And I just think we live in a democracy. There's something called free speech. Chill out. Just
chill out. And always remember as well, I think, in this case, anyone that's complained about that is definitely a very, very small minority. I don't think it's a big majority that have complained about that, because that just doesn't make sense to me.
Yeah.
Could be a publicity stunt, of course.
Well, it's worked because I'm fuming.
But it's such an aspect of reading a book, isn't it? We were talking earlier, Linda, about
That's why you enjoy the books more than when you actually see the film or the series that's made out of it, because you're using your imagination, whereas, no.
Yeah, we're not allowed to imagine.
No.
No.